Igaguri is one of the original 300 strikers invited to the Blue Lock project. However, as we know, it's quite frankly a miracle that he's survived up to this point. Now with the latest match, PXG vs Bastard Munchen being the final match of the NEL, and with Igaguri's prior conviction, many suspect that he's going to have a huge role in this match that will let him survive the rest of Blue Lock. However, from the theories that people have made on this topic, no one has really gotten the correct answer. Until now. Now am I saying that my prediction is 100% correct? No, of course not. But it makes the most sense given his character, development, and the current events of the game. Before I begin though, I am going to have to leave a spoiler warning for the latest events in the manga, as well as the latest chapters of the episode Nagi spin-off manga. So if you aren't caught up to either of those series, click off this video right now because there will be spoilers. Now to begin, the first thing we need to address is Igaguri's conviction, because that is the main point that people are using to say that Igaguri will survive this part of the Blue Lock project. When looking at chapter 241, Igaguri explains to Isagi how he's really wanted to survive the NEL despite not playing in a single game. We then see in chapter 246 that he's actually been training with Kiora, with Noel Noa actually watching. Now the biggest thing that people take away from this is that because he was training with Kiora, he will most likely develop a new weapon that will allow for him to get a high enough bid to survive the NEL. However, I think people are missing the bigger picture in this moment. First off, who would he even sub in for? Igaguri, no matter the skills that he's developed, are in no way going to lead him to subbing in for any single player on the pitch. You're honestly telling me you'd sub him in for someone like Corona, Hiyori, Yoichi, or even Kunigami? Hell, I wouldn't even sub him in for one of the two remaining Bastard defenders. And I sure as hell would not sub him in for someone like Kaiser or Ness. And secondly, the biggest part of this is that Igaguri may be training for himself. However, the effects of this training are only to improve Kiora, at least in relation to playtime. When we look at the episode Nagi's side story, we see that Nagi deduces that Kiora has phenomenal control over his entire body with a solid physique despite his smaller frame. My best guess is that Kiora was training with Igaguri in order for Kiora to learn how to control his lower center of gravity better without drawing fouls. The reason for Igaguri practicing with Kiora is because Igaguri himself specifically said that he's designing his playstyle to draw fouls so that way the referee would give him a favorable call. So if Kiora is able to break past Igaguri without drawing a foul, then he would be able to do that against anyone in this upcoming match. Let me explain more. With Kiora's hobby of breakdancing as confirmed by the Egoist Bible, Kiora has excellent control over his entire body, granting him incredible muscle control and balance. We see in the episode Nagi's side story that Kiora uses this balance and control to maintain possession over the ball in matchups against taller opponents, which given his very small frame, is basically anyone he comes up against. We also see that he has incredible dribbling ball control, but that's unrelated. The main thing to take away in this situation is that Kiora maintaining balance using his arms would result in him drawing a foul for the other team. We can confirm this by seeing Rin's performance in the U20 match, where Rin nearly replicated Kiora's lower center of gravity technique, which according to the announcer, nearly resulted in a foul. Now if Kiora was to do this during a game and result in a foul for the other team, he would actually become more of a hindrance for Bastard Munchen than a benefit. However, when we look at chapter 264, Kiora himself states that whatever team he decides to help will result in winning the game. Now despite him choosing the team between Isagi and Kaiser, this is him basically saying that he is the final piece of the puzzle that will allow for Bastard Munchen to win the game. He's trained with Igaguri, a player who's known to draw fouls, in order to be able to utilize his lower center of gravity without resulting in a turnover that hurts the team. The reason for Noel Noa watching is because he promised him a spot in this game, and he wants to be able to ensure that Kiora can be useful to some kind of extent. And that's why he's having Igaguri go against Kiora here. He knows Igaguri will benefit the team in no way at all, as he has no reputable skills that will help Bastard Munchen, aside from training a player who does have that potential and does have that skill. Now you may be asking though, why would they dedicate a whole chapter to Igaguri and his conviction and his ego if he's just gonna get kicked out of Blue Lock anyways? Well, this isn't the first time that this has happened in the series. We've seen it with Kiora and we've seen it with Naruhaya. For Kiora, it was built up by Isagi and the interviewer that Kiora has crazy talent and is known as a prodigy within high school football. But that simply doesn't matter if you don't have the ego to risk everything in your pursuit of becoming the best player in the world. For Naruhaya, we see it's all about development and sacrifice, having the will to throw everything away to become new and evolve as a player. Igaguri has neither the ambition nor the ability to survive at this point in the Blue Lock project, as he's simply the embodiment of another Blue Lock ideology, luck. There is again another whole chapter dedicated to explaining luck, and how luck only shows itself to those who appear where it does. Igaguri was lucky when he was spared by Isagi in the entrance challenge. Igaguri was lucky when he was teamed up with Isagi, Kunigami, Bachara, and Shigiri in the first selection. Igaguri was lucky when he teamed up with Shiro during the second selection. And Igaguri was lucky that the remaining events of the Blue Lock project had nothing to do with elimination. But he never tried to do anything more than pass the current challenge, and now at this point in the series, it's too late for him. Igaguri is the embodiment of wasted potential. He was given so many chances to improve, so many chances to evolve and learn and have a shot at achieving his dream, but he simply lacked the ambition to reach out and try for more. And at this point in the series, Noel Noa recognizes this, which is why he's utilizing him in a way that will help Bastard Munchen and the other Blue Lockers who didn't waste their chances like Igaguri did. When the NEL comes to a close, Igaguri is going to be faced with a very similar situation to Kiora and Naruhaya, and just like them, he will help push those who move past him even further into the future by being used as a training catalyst for the upcoming match against PXG. But that's just my theory. Truthfully, I don't see Igaguri actually participating in a match, and this would be a way for his character to actually be useful in the series aside from just playing in the game. Yeah, what did you guys think of this character breakdown and my theory? This has been a topic that I've been wanting to discuss for a while now, and I'm very happy that I got to do it. Also, for those who aren't aware, in 2 hours after this video is posted, I'm going to be going on a live with Hiryu and Raven Geeks, where we're going to be going over your guys' Blue Lock hot takes. I hope to see you guys there because I've been really wanting to do this event for a while now, and everything finally lined up for us to be able to do it. Going into the question of the video, do you think Igaguri will survive the NEL? You already know my answer, but please leave me yours down in the comment section below. But yeah, like always, thank you all for watching, like and subscribe for more content just like this, and I'll see you guys in the live.
Too slow, trying to keep up with me now. Keep up.